everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. This is Lisa Marie, and you have just tuned into Bank Life. Okay, so today we wanted to talk about infestations in the apartment. You know, the title of this particular video, I paid for an infested apartment. Um, a lot of times we go and we see the apartment at open house, and the apartment looks beautiful. You know, you don't have much in it. Sometimes it's just plain apartment, but you could vision. You say, and sometimes I went to one uh, in New Jersey actually. That was, I'm telling you, it was just excellent. It was just, it had everything. It just had furniture in it, everything. But my apartment that I bought, I love my apartment because I seen the parquet floors and most of the times you get to see how it looks with furniture and so forth. And you see little things and you're saying, oh, this is beautiful. And then not only that, but how many of you know the elevator looks good? The hallway looks good. Everything is looking great in the beginning. But then as time goes on and you're in the apartment for let's say three months, not even that long, and you begin to say, that's strange. I seen a roach in the apartment. It's a baby roach, one baby roach. Eh. So you say, okay, I ain't going, a one roach. I'm not going to go crazy. I've seen plenty before, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, in other places. And you're saying, okay, it's just one roach. You don't want, because sometimes you get a nice apartment and people be like, oh, you think you all that? You're bougie now. And you're saying, okay, one roach. So you don't say anything. Before you know it, it's one roach a day. Now, that to me, that's an infestation in certain areas. And it is. And I'm saying, what? A roach a day? Now, you thinking, because soon as I see a roach, I'm thinking, no, 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 they didn't. Not after I paid how much for rent. Oh no, no, this is not allowed because I'm paying my hard earned money. I'm paying, you know what I mean? It's coming out my pocket. This is just not acceptable. So then you begin to say, hey, I'm not. I don't want to see no roaches. But how many of you know that whether you live, and this is how I personally feel, whether you live and you're paying your amount, and let's say somebody else next to you is paying, has, it could be even a neighbor. Let's say they have a voucher, but you don't. And you're paying your hard earned. Now it may matter more to you because you feel like I'm seeing this money go out of my hand that I could be putting in my account. I'm seeing this money go out of my hand that I could be going here and there. And this person may have a no, but these apartments, whether you live in a luxurious building or low income housing, because I believe once you put them years in and now you in low income housing or you in low income houses but you was working for a year or two, you put taxes in, you pay your taxes. It's no way that no one should have to live like that. No one should have to see an infestation. No one should have to deal with that. No one should have to deal with an infestation of roaches. And they said, I was looking it up on Google and it was saying, a low income house, you got the infestations, you got the bed bugs and roaches, and some of this can lead to health issues as far as asthma and so forth. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, wait 1 second. So now, because I am not able to afford a better apartment, I gotta live like this. But taxes are being paid regardless of what level you're on. So you mean because I'm not paying as much, maintenance then gotta show up when I call? Because don't forget, the maintenance worker still getting his check, and he may not live in the low income housing. He's living in a luxurious place, but he's getting paid from the city or from the government or whatever it's from. Shouldn't he come when I call? Yes, he should. It's no way that anyone should have to live like that. and it can cause a health problem. And sometimes you're not able to let maintenance come in, right? So let's say you're not able to let maintenance come in because you have a child. And you're saying, you know what, I can't let you come and fumigate because I have a child. They should automatically say, okay, well, here is the little stickers that you put on the floor to catch a roach if it should, and let me just seal up everything so I might not be able to come in and fumigate the whole home and exterminate the whole home as an exterminator, but I can give you this. Let me go seal up some holes for you. Did you notice anything else? Is there anything else? Because, people are getting paid. Let's face it. So no, everyone should be given the same opportunity as far as not to at least have to see roaches and mice and rats and different things in the home. No, 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 no. Because the housing authority is getting their money. So they should be able to at least put everyone in the say, listen, if you need us, call us. We don't want to breed more roaches. We want to seal up everything. We'll come fix your cabinets. If there is a space between your wall and your cabinet. How many of y'all ever been to the place? See, I can talk about it because I know what it is to go and have to go to the hardware store and say, okay, do you have the sealer so I can seal up the cabinets because there seems to be some spaces and so forth. And let me get the things for the floor because I don't want anything. Like if I turn off the light, I don't want to see anything, anything come from not have, the roaches come out when you don't have enough light. So let me put everything in its place. But all the money that we're spending could be going into our accounts, into our individual accounts, into our joint accounts for people that are in low income housing. It could be going in. You should be thriving, but you can't because you're busy worrying and you're spending all your extra money on things that you shouldn't even have to worry about. True story. I'm going to give you a true story. I moved out of housing and I moved to a private house and I rented an apartment. Do you know? When I went to the apartment, I could not believe it. It was a shock for me. I was like, wait, you mean I'm not going to see any roaches? I'm not, like, y'all don't have roaches? No lie. About 8 years in that particular apartment, I saw maybe one roach. And I'm not going to lie. About one roach. Two the most. In 8 years. And I'm not saying I'm not going to go there because if I say only until particular individuals join the building, I don't want no racial things on you know what I mean. But it was until maybe food is left out. Sometimes people can bring, unfortunately, roaches with them. Unfortunately, because no lie, I was like, where does roaches come from? You know what I mean? So 8 years. So every time I would see something, it could be like us, because I think it's like millipedes or centipedes that when you're in a private house, you'll more see that, and you say, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? It's a shame when anything black make you think it's a roach. Come on. You be seeing little thing, could be a raisin. No, the raisin fell from the raisin bread. I thought that was a roach. No, 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 no. You understand? You've been conditioned to that type of living. So you automatically thought that's what it was. But it wasn't. But I still believe that whether you live in a low income housing, because I begin to read that, hey, the more you spend money for, you don't really get that many complaints about these things. Mice, and rats and so forth. You don't get that much complaints. Why? Because we're putting up more money. But you got to understand, which I think is unfair, that if my taxes that I put in, and I'm still, come on now, I'm putting in the tax money, and you mean to tell me because this person ain't able to get maybe a luxury, but they still in a nice apartment. The apartment's not bad. It got water. It got, you know what I mean? I'm not even going on about the heat. Because it's crazy when some of the lower income apartments have more heat than some of the. I'm not even gonna go there. That ain't this particular video. But it's no way that anyone should have to live like that. If you are living like that, I believe maintenance is supposed to come in. Call your maintenance worker. It's time to, lift the standard, because it's like, hey, I don't want to live like this. And you might say, hey, I don't live in a luxurious apartment. I live in a low income housing, and they're not coming. Well, call, write, do whatever you have to do to get your apartment up to where you need it to be. Because unfortunately, there are health things that also come with having roaches and having these bugs, and sometimes they're transferring things in the home. So if you forgot to make a call, this is your reminder. Ring. This is your reminder to call housing, call your maintenance worker and say, hey, I need this fixed, I need that fixed. And you might say, I don't have a luxury home, I don't keep my home all of that and this and this and this and that. Do the best you can. Because some people that have kids and a lot of kids and so forth may not be able to maintain as much as everybody else. But the kids should not be suffering with roaches. It's one thing to say I don't maintain well. It's another thing to say my house is infested. That's a whole different conversation. Because one, you could just sweep up and get some, get a mop or a Swifter and mop it up and clean it up and organize. It's another thing to say, hey, I have roaches. No, and I think maintenance themselves, when they're doing their yearly inspection, should be coming in looking for holes. Let me see if there's a seal. Let me see if there's a crack, because I want to maintain my building. I think they should be automatically doing it at the time of inspection. Well, let me know. Well, this is just what I believe. I'm Lisa Marie. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, on a positive note, make sure you pick up the phone. Make sure you call your maintenance, call your landlord, say, hey, I need this fixed, that fixed, so you can get some of your money that you're spending on unnecessary stuff back into your account. Well, thank you for listening. I'm Lisa Marie, Bank Life. See you on the next video.